We are well into the 2025 UK theme park season now, and now that the summer is here, the sun is shining, you may want to take advantage of the weather and plan a trip to the Alton Towers resort. But there are some things that you really need to know before you visit. In this video, I'm going to be sharing 5 things that Alton Towers definitely won't tell you that you 100% need to know to help you save money, avoid stress, and make the most of your day at the park. These are some of the tips that I wish I knew before my first visit to the park, and even regular visitors, they miss out on these. So let's get into it. So you arrive at the park and you check the app and it says a 45-minute wait for the Smiler and you think, that's not too bad. What they don't tell you is that those queue times are optimistic guesses at best, and at worst, they're just plain wrong. Ride times are updated manually or semi-automatically, and they often lag behind reality. They're not 100% accurate. If a ride temporarily stops or has technical issues, the time doesn't update immediately. The queue time usually stays the same, even if nothing is moving. And during peak times, those wait times shoot up way faster than the app can keep up with. So always hit the big rides first thing in the morning. You'll want to be at the gates when they open, or even earlier. I usually arrive around 9:30 AM, which is half an hour before the park usually opens. And this is the same for the end of the day too. The rides close at the advertised park closing time. So that means if you join a queue just before the park closes, you'll still be able to get on that ride. I always find that the park is a little less busy towards the end of the day too, making it the perfect time to get on lots of rides. You can also use other tools like queuetimes.com. I've used this one personally, and I just find it's a little bit more reliable when it comes to crowd info, and it updates more reliably than the official Alton Towers app. And don't forget about the single rider queues. They can slash your wait time in half on rides like Oblivion and the Smiler, but just be aware that during busy days, the single rider queues, they can also be busy too. But generally, you usually get on much quicker in these queues. Okay, so next, let's talk about food. Alton Towers, they have tried to up their game in 2025 by introducing some new food options, but let's face it, Alton Towers isn't cheap when you're hungry. In 2025, a basic meal like a burger and fries and a drink, it can cost £13 to £18, and it's not exactly gourmet. Here's what they don't advertise. You can bring in your own food. Obviously, they don't shout about it as they want you to buy their food inside the park, but it's completely allowed. When they do bag checks, they're not looking for sandwiches. There's plenty of picnic spots all over the park, and there's also the gardens too, which is the perfect place to go when the sun is shining in the summer. And there's also plenty of refill stations for water all over the park, so make sure to take advantage of those stations before paying for water. By doing this, it's going to be saving you around £20 per person, so it's definitely something to consider. But having said all this, it is nice to treat yourself sometimes and have a sit-down meal with your friends and family at a theme park. So of course, this tip, it's just if you want to save a bit of money. Now let's get a little controversial and talk about Fasttrack passes. Alton Towers sells these with bold promises. Skip the queues, more rides, less waiting. But here's what they don't tell you. Fasttrack does not mean instant ride access. On busy days, the Fasttrack line, it can still be quite long, with waits of around 20 to 30 minutes, sometimes even longer, especially for big coasters like the Smiler and the Wicker Man. And in 2025, some of these Fasttrack packages, they cost £60, £80, or even £135. That is way more than your entry tickets, just to save a bit of time when there are other ways to beat those queues for free. So is it worth it? Well, sometimes. If you're visiting during a school holiday or on a busy weekend, it can help you hit those big rides. But if you're visiting midweek, then honestly, it is a big waste. So better alternatives, again using the single rider queues where available, visit midweek or off season and ride early, or after 4 PM when the park is closing. This will not only save you time waiting in long standby queues, it will also help you save money from buying a Fasttrack ticket. Alton Towers hotels are great. In 2025, they have incredible theming and they're more immersive than ever before. But really, that's all you're paying for. You're paying for the theming and the location and not necessarily the luxury. The rooms, they are okay. I mean, the decor is brilliant. But at the end of the day, they are just basic rooms for the price that you're paying. I mean, staying at one of the Alton Towers hotels, it can cost you hundreds of pounds per night. So, is it worth it? Well, yes and no. The real value is in the perks, like free parking, early ride time, and priority access via the Forbidden Valley entrance. These perks are great. However, if you want a cheaper stay, then look at hotels in the nearby area. With just a short drive, you can find somewhere cheaper and still receive benefits like having your breakfast included. I've stayed at the Alton Towers hotels a few times and they are really convenient with the location, and they're definitely not bad hotels. But if you're looking to save money but still want a short weekend break, then looking at other hotel options, it's definitely something to consider. Let's face it, Alton Towers, it's chaos. By 2 PM, your feet are hurting, the queues are super long, and everywhere you look, a kid is having a meltdown. But what Alton Towers don't advertise enough is all the peaceful spots all around the park to escape the madness. First up, the gardens. Barely anybody goes here. The gardens are peaceful, quiet, and perfect for a snack break. There's plenty of benches too. Honestly, it feels like you've left the park entirely when you're there. Behind Hex, there's a quiet seating area tucked away that most people walk straight past. It's a great place to recharge or eat your packed lunch in peace. There's also the Sky Ride exit in Forbidden Valley, which is great for a breather and for recharging. And also, it's very shaded too, which is perfect in the summer. I also find that the Wi-Fi, it can be quite patchy across Alton Towers, but these quieter areas, they tend to be better for signal. So there we have it, 5 things that Alton Towers don't tell you in 2025, which you now know. Whether you're saving money on food, dodging those queues, or finding some zen amongst the madness of the park, these tips will absolutely change how you experience the park. If you found this video helpful, then please hit that like button to let me know. And if you are new around here and you did enjoy this video, then please consider hitting that subscribe button, ringing that notification bell so you don't miss a single thing, because we make plenty of theme park and adventure videos here, which you don't want to miss. If you want to find out some more Alton Towers tips and some mistakes to avoid at Alton Towers in 2025, then click this video right here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.